Do you think drinking alcohol and smoking drugs is cool? Do you think all that freshly chilled, delicious bevs in the background, drinking that makes me feel like a better person? No, I don't. I feel like an absolute winner. Today we're going to be playing Monk Cycle with Goblin Curse and Dark Goblin, and it's going to be great. You know why? Because I think one of my favorite things in this game is winning in ways where people are like, what the fuck? How did he win? And that includes Gerald306 from Peru. And what I'm thinking is that I have the Goblin Curse and the Rage, of course, for damage amplification. And see, this is what I'm saying. Monk will deflect the Witch. Goblin Curse and the Rage will, you know, take out the skeletons and turn them into goblins and also do damage to the Witch because it's in the damage amplification zone of the Goblin Curse. Anyway, what I'm wanting to do in today's video is I want to get better at my deflecting. I did another video where I was playing Monk Goblin Curse. We don't recycle ideas on this channel. And I found that I wanted to get better. I had so many goblin barrelable units that I could have deflected, and I fucked up because I'm a schmuck. I'm bad at the game, and I don't want to be that way anymore. And so here I am trying to improve. I want to deflect every opportunity I get. If I get a guy that's playing Rocket, then fuck it. I'm going to deflect that. If I'm playing against a Goblin Barrel, I'm going to deflect that. Sparky, deflect that. And if they have a bunch of Swarm cards, because usually it's one way or the other. What the hell is that even, Gerald? Usually it's one way or the other. They're playing Swarm cards, and so you get Goblin Curse value, or you're playing, like, I don't know, a range card like Witch and a bunch of spells that I can deflect. It's one way or the other. There is only 100 cards in the game, so you have to do it the way I just said. Otherwise, you're not playing Clash Royale appropriately, and that's because I can never be wrong, because I'm the smartest and most brilliant man that was ever created by a woman on planet Earth. So we've also got the Dark Goblin. Last time I played Evolved Cannon, so I don't want to hear any complaints about similar content because it's nothing but fresh ideas on this channel. And what I'm thinking is that without Evolved Cannon, which is a cheat code, I'm just going to be constantly counter pushing. I have to rely. I don't even know how I took this guy's tower, I'm not going to lie, but I have to be always winning by deflecting in Dark Goblins and shit. Like the Goblin Curse, the Monk, I have to rely heavily on winning through those two methods because I don't have any gimmick, you know, besides the gimmick, which is obviously the Monk deflection. Basically what I'm saying is I want to win by deflecting with Monk, and Goblin Curse, that's fun. Goblin Curse is just mainly there for vibes. Like, it's kind of fun just to play, and also acts as another win condition if I can't get the Monk to break through. But realistically, what today's video is about deflecting with the Monk. And looks like game one, I honestly don't actually know how I got that much damage down the lane. It must have been, oh my god, wait, I just realized they're not going to hit anything, so they're not going to become like a million goblins. Alright, he's just said like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going other lane because I lost my other tower. And that's fair enough. I can respect the strategy, but it's not going to work out. Because you're against... I would say it's a fair assessment to say I'm essentially like the Einstein of the Clash arena. I think most people in my comment section would agree, and around my apartment. And probably in like, I don't know, science labs and shit. Like if you go to places where people are smart, they'll kind of just come to that conclusion, like, yeah, Ken's like #1 human ever born sort of thing. We would have got that tower, but you know, it's one of those days, give back Tuesdays, where you make people feel a little bit better because they're like, oh, I lost, but you know, I didn't lose my other tower at least, so I'm still a winner. But I hope Gerald knows. Gerald, if you're watching, just know that you are a loser. So I guess that takes away the charity part of what I just said. Anyway, today we're gonna lock in, okay? Because like I say, I do want to get what the hell? Why does everybody play? It's the Witch evolution season. I am an idiot. I thought it was like everybody is just randomly playing Witch. Then I glanced at his tower skin and I used my brain for way too long, I must admit. And I figured it out. I sleuthed that one out. Oh my god, wait, what? The fucking Monk deflected the Witch as it spawned okay, that was scary. As it spawned skeletons, and then it one-shotted them. If I had deflected the Witch's hit with the Monk ability, while in the Goblin Curse, it would have turned all the skeletons into goblins, and that would have just been one of the craziest feats of mankind to this day. Okay, well, at least this guy doesn't have Dagger Duchess. I really hope he just throws out like a rocket or a Goblin Barrel at some point in this game. The thing is, I don't really have a reason for somebody to throw a rocket at me. Fuckity fuck. Because I don't really have any rocketable units besides Monk, and obviously you're not going to rocket a Monk, because that's kind of like, I don't know, just not counterintuitive. Anyway, that's going to heal to broken HP. I deflected it. I mean, I didn't deflect it. I retargeted it. And the Dark Goblin insists on dying an early death, so it's going to run in front like the idiot it is. And we're going to get some deflections here, which is... Please, kind of crazy, honestly. I have been sleeping on Monk's gimmick for a long time. Fortunately, in this game, they come out with enough nonsense every month that I usually have something else that I can focus on. But I have left Monk, one of my favorite cards when it came out. I played it for 30 hours straight. That's not because I'm chronically addicted to this game. It's actually because I was doing a challenge on YouTube at one point. You know, back when I played Virginity Cycle, which is just not having a life outside of Clash Royale and YouTube. Oh, what the fuck is that scammy Monk ability, man? I guess the radius is so fat on the arrows that it can avoid the Monk's deflection radius. Hate that I know that. Anyway, let's go Dark Goblin at the bridge. Okay, well, you know what? The deflection with the Monk worked well last time, so I'm just going to do it again here. And I think because the first hit didn't land, it's not going to do it. Yeah, it barely doesn't kill it. I must have timed it really well. You know, being as good as I am last time. Anyway, please don't zap. All right, we're going to go bats. That better kill the wizard. Okay, I don't really know how it died at the same time. Anyway, I'm going to do this because that fight... Oh, please. Please tell me that kills both. And yeah, it's close enough range as well that it's going to be able to deflect in time. Let's go. I'm the best. He's the worst. Except I'm not deflecting like... You know, okay, this will actually be a good opportunity, to be fair, because I will deflect here, and then I'll Goblin Curse, and then that will become a few Goblins, which is kind of cool a little bit, I guess. So I'm going to cycle... Oh, fuck, that Firecracker is actually the bane of my existence. But I got Monk, so I can't really complain now. Okay, let's just activate King Tower here. Fuck it. And then let's go for an ability now that it's activated so we can kill the wizard, because it's just... I mean, Monk ability is 1 elixir. That is always worth it. 1 elixir. It's almost... You know what? Even if it's getting no value, it's almost always worth it to use the Monk ability. Alright, let's go with this. E-Spirit's kind of going crazy there with that fucking chain. This game is still going. He has a lot of deflectable units, so I'm spamming Monks as quickly as possible. And fuck it, let's go for a Monk here. And let's go for ability, and that is perfectly timed. That's gonna annihilate all that shit. Get a bunch of goblins out of it as well. He's cycling fast. I can't lie. I know a good cyclist when I see one. And I am not going to wait on the next ability. Okay, I mistimed that fucking rage by like half a millisecond. That's a shame. So the Monk is dead, which means that now I get to cycle another one and not have to wait on an ability. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just go for a deflection here. It's still worth it. Get some goblins out of it. And here comes witch number 506. In 3, 2, there it is. Alright, well, that will at least kill the Firecracker, which is a convicted... Okay, I gotta watch what I say because, you know, the whole being a good person thing and also YouTube ad revenue. Please kill the wizard and the witch, I guess. Just fully don't expect the... I'm just so cadenced to expecting the Evolve Witch to survive everything. Do you reckon Evolve Witch would have survived Hiroshima? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, let's just go with this. You know what? I'll take an overtime win. I'm not proud of it, but you know, a win is a win, and at least I have this sweet and delectable part of the game when we both have to sit here and he can't do anything. All he can do is turn off his device or mute emotes, which actually that's actually a very fair way to stop. Like, that's a very fair answer. He probably has his emotes muted. But in case he doesn't, then he will be probably... Well, he can't be happier after I emote, right? Like, I don't think anybody's like, I lost a game and he's crying at me. That makes me so happy. I just think that goes against human nature. So what I did there was actually spread more negativity into the world. What I did there was actually a net negative, which makes me think... Do the positives in my life outweigh the negatives? I wonder if I've been more of a positive influence on planet Earth than I have been a negative influence. And if my positives are too much, I might just get a big handful of plastic and just drop it in the Pacific. That way I can, you know, balance out every good deed I've done in my life. Anyway, now I know he's got Fireball. Usually Fireball's paired with Zap or Log, so I'm going to go with this shit and then immediately ability so that he gets caught with his pants down. That's also a reasonable way to do it. That's one answer. Holy fuck, Monk is a good card, man. I thought it was like dead and then it just popped off, Queen. Yes, gag, 8. Yeah, I said that. Anyway, I'm just going to go with... Oh, no! Oh my god. Okay, that Firecracker is noncy. Please kill the Hog Rider before it gets a million damage. At least I have a monk for Firecracker, because Firecracker is the bane of my existence in half my videos. Alright, let's try this again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, and then I guess that's fair enough, because I'm an idiot if you fooled me twice. There it is, I knew he had it, I just don't know. Actually, it makes sense why he didn't play it earlier, because Monk obviously has an ability that deflects spells, and perhaps I underestimated your IQ, Spittle. Or, sorry, Y Spittle. Why is the Y lowercase y? It kind of reminds me of gamer tags, like, X Flawless Gamer. You know, like, what's the X for? It's just to look cool. I feel like Y Spittle is just trying to look cool. Y Spittle definitely drinks alcohol to think he's cool with his friends. You're not going to fit in with the popular kids, Y Spittle. You're still a loser. And did I really just let him fight? The thing is, Fireball you have to predict. I just had to hold the ranting of demeaning Spittle, because the thing is, I feel like you got to predict Fireball. It's too quick. And at this rate, I'm going to fucking lose to Spittle. And honestly, that is not what I want. I cannot lose to Spittle after all this trash talk. That's like the high school bully getting beaten up by the nerd in front of all the other bullies. That doesn't happen, okay? Alright, let's do this. That's going to be good at defending, I guess. Goblin Curse with damage amplification. And he's used his log. Now, if I go with a monk, he might Fireball. I feel like he is likely to. So I'm going to go with this. Please, please play it with your hog. I know you want to do a little Fireball that's going to work well with the hog. Predict anything. Alright, he just got a ton of value. He's probably going to drop a Mega Knight with this as well, especially... Alright, fuck it. Let's just go with this. Get some... Yeah, okay. So that's Mega Knight value, if I've ever seen it. There's literally no reason why you wouldn't. Alright, you know what? Let's ability again. I was kind of hoping he played something like a small spell, but he has actually bigger of a brain than I perhaps anticipated. I'm going to lose. I'm going to fucking lose to this guy. Because of the Firecracker Hog Sweat stinky ass strategy. And he keeps... This is what I'm saying. This is exactly why I need to get better at deflecting. Because then I can catch him with their pants down more often. Alright, he's going to go with his guards. So I'm going to go with this shit. Why does he always play Mega Knight whenever I least expect it? Oh my god. Goblin time. Please die, monk, so I can get another monk. Okay. This may be winnable now, I feel like. He's fumbling about, like the klutz he is. I'm going to go with a monk here. Fireball you. No, it's going to fucking... Wait. That kind of deflected. But all in all, it still got a shitload of damage, which I hate. I like how he's splitting it because he's scared of the curse. So you should be. So you should be scared of the curse. What is even happening right now, dude? Honestly, I don't even know. Like, things are happening... And he's going to go Firecracker at the bridge. Yeah, why not? Because it's such a good, skillful fucking card. Yeah, get a fucking whack on my tower. Yeah, drop a Fireball. Fucking drop it. The only chance I have of winning this game is Goblin Curse and going with this on his guards and his bats. It is the only chance I have. And I'm going to go with this and... I am so done, man. Yeah, Hog's just going to charge through fucking everything. Yeah, drop a Fireball in my face, Y Spittle. Sometimes I feel like I let my emotions get through on camera. That'll never happen again. Stack full. Yep. Just put the elite wild cards in the fucking bag, man. Maybe the shop can cheer me up after that crushing defeat. There was a flexing golem. Give me that shit.